dashboard. Okay, now I can see the chat. Where were we? What's our console command for this? Start GPU. Okay. Alright, so rebooting did not magically fix my frame rate. In fact, it appears to have gotten 2.5 milliseconds worse on average. Oh, it's getting worse by the second. Now it's dropping back. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so our frame rate is worse now. That's cool. Well, here we are. Are you guys still there? Is this still working? Oh, damn it, my dashboard's not updating. There it goes. Alright. One of those days. So, okay. Guessing we've made no actual change yet, really. The most common materials are this one and the blotch material. I'm unafraid, Puke. Welcome back, man. I'm back. You may welcome me back. Alright. What the fuck am I doing here? Does it matter if a material is used often in the world? Do you think? Or does it matter more if there's more instances, like material instances off of it? Like, is one heavy ass material that's only used once more of a problem than, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's go with the other one that's used a lot will be called wall or block maybe. A block color. Sure, dude. The fragment performance question likely be how many pixels is it writing to per frame? Yeah, sorry, I was trying to make sense of that. So, should I just demand everybody plays this game on their phone? Because then there'll be fewer pixels, right? Wow. When there's fewer objects to draw, it drops down to like 20 milliseconds. There's more objects to draw. It's up to 30. When we draw everything, it increases to 68, 66 now. So is it like actor count? Is it this shit in the background? That can't be it. What's the difference between this and this? Why is it so damn different? Oops, sorry. Come on. My God, it's totally different. The base pass is like non-existent here. Okay, what the fuck is happening in the base pass only? Is it? It's not the fucking UI, is it? No. Yeah, it's not the UI. For fragment performance, the concern would be how many pixels on screen are using the material. But it might not be a fragment problem. Not actually watching the stream, just have your headphones on. No, that's cool. Thanks, ProPuke. Alright, I just want to make sure it's not just this one asset. I don't know why it would be. That wouldn't make any sense. it's not just that one asset. That asset's basically nothing. Oh, I can drill down more into shit. Oh, this is nice to know. Also, this doesn't look like it did before, does it? There's way more in the pre-pass. I was making up new rules. I just changed as I randomly set it so that only masked materials are in the Z buffer pre-pass. It's a thing you can do. Let's see what happens. I can do it, so I did. And we're gonna see if it fucking matters. Do you find it a bit weird that the second I rebooted, I'm getting a totally different kind of result? Like every... I don't know how to explain it. The pre-pass is taking a lot longer than the main pass now. Do you have a lot of masked materials? This might not matter. There's no ideas here, Pro Puke, I promise, man. It's just full random here. I don't know why the editor's taking forever to open now, too. Weird tech problems today would be what we got. I like it because I don't have to think much today. I just change shit at random. And if I fail, I don't really care so bad. So that feels good. Eventually I'll have to figure this out, but... at least I can figure out what it is I have to figure out before I have to ask questions. Wow, this is taking a while to load. I guess that was a pretty big change we just did. God, this is not a professional workflow. Absolutely nothing about this project is professional. Puke, you need to understand that. The amount of sloppy bullshit that's occurred on this stream is some real next level shit, man. Wow. Game looks real gross without shaders. Nothing should cast shadows. Why am I seeing shadows? God damn it, there's one rule. Should definitely not cast shadows. I tried iterating a few million times through Loop and Blueprint last night and it didn't like it very much. I've done that too. Yeah. You can hit... I think for me it hit a problem when I was like... I think the world is a... I tried to make the world 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000 and it didn't like that very much. Like at all. Like it just kind of crashed. The world can't be that big. Not all at the same time. That was about where I hit it. Wrong thing. God damn it. Okay, so nothing's mattered yet. That made no change. Do you think I should change it back? I should probably change it back. Shouldn't change things at random and then leave them. Ugh. Okay, let's change it back. Well, I do want to know, like... So the depth buffer. It's like a whole thing. It appears to be my problem. What the fuck is this? HCB setup bitmaps. Oh, these other people have games that are way faster than mine. There's a bug in 4.12. What version of the editor do I have? I think I'm past that. Okay, it's a bug only when you play an editor. Okay. Alright, turning off AO gets rid of 2 milliseconds. Or more than that, actually. trying to remember what a good number is. I think we wanted to get down to like Bioshock. For certain parts we were trying to get down to 16 milliseconds, right? God, I might be so off. That's good. I don't know what to Google. Oh, you're here. Yeah, hey poor Ponky. Sweet. Oh shit. Sorry, I've been reading chat. I didn't realize you guys were talking this whole time. It was play. It showed a message saying it was an infinite loop and terminated. That's good. Pro puke. Fort Funky, you're allowed to talk, man. You're not allowed to talk. That's impossible. Only I can talk. But you are allowed to type. That is, in fact, allowed. So if... I don't need to be 60 FPS. I'd like 30 FPS. Does that mean I need to aim for 32 milliseconds? Just gotta, that means the base game is fine, but in the main menu I'm over double where I want to be. Or is that just not how it works at all? Is it linear, or is it like weird? I don't know why I'm asking you. I could Google this. I am so lazy. I'm sorry. So the, alright, so why is it only on this screen? Still confused about that. Also, let's do the thing. This thing. Alright, so we're back to being fucked in the main pass. That's cool. I should reboot, because now I'm working with, like... Also, that'll allow me to test. So right now we're at about 60... Oh god, we're back up. 67, 66... I'm gonna reboot so those changes take effect. Otherwise we could be changing the wrong things. I should go for 60 FPS. I don't think Bioshock Infinite was 60 FPS for most of it. I think... Hey Remarch. Thanks, dude. I don't think we cared that much. I mean, we cared deeply. There are problems where not at all frame rate. Like, well, they were, but it was like spiky frame rate. It was the loading hitches. And in general, memory problems, which is amazing. Like, I love memory problems. As an animator, like, everybody else is struggling so hard to save tiny amounts of memory. But if you can just figure out a way to, like, oh, this level doesn't need this weapon, let me find all the references and remove them. You can just fucking... Like, you can make huge wins so quickly by not loading animations. And the poor fucking environment artists are struggling to get their like, they try so hard, and they get these like tiny incremental bits of memory back. And if it's an animator, it's just like, we are the entire fucking memory pool. You can make such huge changes. That's good. You walk into the meeting and you feel like a god. Really, it's like you've done very little. I don't think we cared that much. Well, it's not that you waste a lot of memory, it's that, like, and it's not even the animator's fault, really. It's just like so like, say you got like a shotgun, right? the easiest thing would be like the player character. So there's a shotgun has animations for the player character. It has animations for the hands. It has animations for the gun. It has all kinds of things. If you just have all the animations that the player hands need on the player at all times, then you have the shotgun animations on the player just loaded at all times, even if that level doesn't have a shotgun. So if you can find a way to tie the animations to the gun rather than to the player, then you can make sure they're not loaded at any given time. And it's just a million things like that. Every time you can figure out a way, you just look through and you're like, oh, what's loaded here and what doesn't need to be loaded here. And if you just know all the animations you need for that part of the game, you can really quickly assess, like, oh, I don't need these why are these narrative beats loaded? And then then it's just like a hunt, right? Like now you're trying to figure out why they're loaded. Is it because some pawn is pulling them in or this or that? Like sometimes it's something as simple as somebody's put down a spawner and changed what spawned, but it's still pulling in a different enemy, and now you've got that enemy, their mesh, and all their animations that go with that enemy loaded into the level for no reason. Those are the wins that are just massive, and you can get that stuff in. What if it's not a gun? What if it's a rifle or a pistol? Well, then obviously that's not a problem, because rifles and pistols have no animations. Poor Ponky, of course, it's exactly the same. Like, there's just a lot of shit. It's just where you put your stuff. Where it makes sense to put stuff when you're making it. Like, obviously it makes more sense to have all the player animations on the player pawn or in the animation tree for the player until it comes time to optimize, and you realize that doesn't make sense at all as for how the game thinks about the world. And then you just, once you have that, then it's the puzzle of figuring out how to make it not reference that shit. What was I doing? Right. The game reloaded much quicker this time. Creeping up there. Alright. Oh my god, we're back to everything being in the... Wow. Okay, so I'm either fucked in the pre-pass. Okay, so that setting we changed just moves things from here to here and back again. Like if I either I'm slammed in the pre-pass in the depth buffer, or I check that box and I'm slammed in the base pass by the depth buffer. Do we need depth? Guys, let's make a 2D game. Sounds like that's my real issue here. Render custom depth. That's the thing that gets me. I like that. You know, I could just... Oh, that's not really... Try to solve a problem I don't have. My problem is this. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know anything about this. Let's Google things at random. And this was forcing a full pre-pass. I don't fucking know what that means, but okay. What? Shit, I wonder if I could do that. I don't know if I want to. Just turn off everything. Why would you ever turn off occlusion culling? I feel like that would be dumb to turn off, wouldn't it? Oh hey, digitally inclined. I can show you if you want. Yeah, why not? Hold on a sec. Let me move things around so it's not hideously ugly anymore. Cut. Join me on a weird day, digitally inclined. They're all weird, but this one, I'm literally not playing the game ever, so perhaps a little weirder than most. Also not doing anything that looks visually interesting. This is a shitty stream. But you know, nobody bats a perfect one. This is kind. Digitally inclined. This is a narrative 3D puzzle game about a trio of machines that dream of being musicians. So they practice music. In order of appearance, the first musician you meet is Rue. She's adorable. You move around on this little grid. You don't fall off the world. Falling off the world is bad. Your goal is to meet these little music stands. She can't hit that music stand. She's just basically a cube. Time to play your next character, the drummer. This is Quat. Quat is also adorable. This area is kind of the opening area. Oh shit, sorry, don't restart yet. As you get further on into the game, you get into kind of like the meat of the game. I'll show you some stuff. You get into these kind of combo levels. And this is where the shit gets real. Now you gotta figure out how you're both going to get to your goal locations. That's not gonna work. Like, no. He's gotta get back here. I'm not gonna embarrass myself further. No, I will. God damn it, I should be able to beat my own fucking game. This is absurd. Be here. Here. It's not gonna work. What am I missing? Whatever. You get the idea. It's a puzzle game. I'm an idiot. It's a puzzle game I can't beat right now. No, wait, that was stupid. Hold on. I know you can beat that level. I made that one, like... What am I missing here? No, not you. Hold on a sec. I think... No, this part was right. I don't want her to be there. Movement. Is that right? No. fuck do I wedge there? When did this get so fucking hard? Whatever. You know what? Suicide mission. Oh, I had it. Oops. You know what, let's just pretend that whole bit right there didn't happen. Alright guys, I'm having a bit of a day. So, I need to reboot the editor anyway. Let's take... What I'm doing today is profiling. This is bad. You know, digitally inclined, there's times when, like, I am pretty good at stuff. This day is not the day I'm good at stuff. This day is the day I'm very bad at stuff. This is the day I'm reading documentation on how to profile and trying to figure out how many milliseconds I need this game to be. We're in a bad spot today, man. Now we're rebooting the editor because we changed a bunch of fundamental shit. I'm glad you like it. I'm pretty sure you can still beat that level. But doing some late night changes, kind of tired. The other thing is I definitely never save off the ways to win, which I feel like would probably be smart. Like at some point. I could easily do that. I'm storing how you move. Like it's because you have to for the undo. So I could easily store off the way to win and replay it. Just don't. Just decide against that, I guess. It's only 10:30. Day's young. I'm really hoping I just clicked a random bool that makes everything twice as fast. It's not impossible. We did just turn off, like... Well, we turned off AO, and that already did, like, 2 milliseconds. Which I feel is a good number of milliseconds. But when your game is, like, 70 milliseconds, it doesn't feel very big. Do I have button hints for if people get stuck? No, I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. Other than, I mean, I guess I could. If I start off... I mean, it would be pretty easy to beat every level, have a save file that is or like, the stored movements to win the level. And then detect how far you are off, like... There's many levels where there's multiple ways to beat them. So I feel like that would actually be very difficult. One thing I do want to do is give you some kind of... It's possible to get yourself into a state, specifically with the accordion, where there's no good move forward and you need to undo. And I do want to detect if you're in that state somehow and let the player know. I feel like that would alleviate frustration. That's a really good polishy task that I'll most likely not get to, but I think would make the game more fun if I did. But I think the hint would be like, here's your next move. I think that's what Digitally Inclined is trying to say. But in reality, like, if you wanted to make the hints good, it would be the certain key points, especially with the combo levels, where you need, once you understand, oh, if you work backwards, you're like, oh, the only way to beat this level is to get this character on top of this character at this point. There are several levels that are like that. It was kind of what I was thinking when I made some of them. It was like, make the player need to put the characters in this position here, and make that be the only way to eventually win the level. And so I could expose that. Like, I have a hint that just shows you the ghost outlines of the, like, key points you need to hit. It's actually doable. That would be much more useful. But that would only be for, like, the harder levels. I do forget. I mean, I've memorized most of the games, so I forget that some of these are actually kind of hard. Because I don't usually have that experience. It was fun watching people play, though. One guy played for like an hour. Like, I went to the Boston Indies and showed the game, and this one guy played for about an hour. And he got through, like, all of the drum, some of the accordion, about half of the solo levels. First run through in about an hour. So I think most people are going to need like an hour and a half, 2 hours to beat the solo levels. And then the combo levels will take a bit longer. And the end game will probably take another hour and a half. Hey, Becker Dad. Thanks for dropping in, man. If you are. Or if that's auto-hosting, I don't really know. Right. Let's see where we are. Oh, that did drop. Shit. Okay. We're down to like 61, 60. Mostly 61. Now we're for 62. Let's go in and out of levels a couple times and see if it doesn't climb. Yeah, wow, that made a huge difference. Alright, cool. Cool. We cut 10 milliseconds off the game today just by clicking some buttons. At seemingly random. So, what else we got here? Hey Shark Jim, what's up, man? Do you think you'd want to make a level editor sharing tool for this game? When I first started this project, I had this like dream that I would do. First I would release like one game, and it was gonna be quick, and I was like, I'll make it in like on the side while working at the Molasses Flood in like a year. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I'm like, this is fucking impossible already. And then I was like, then I'll make a series of like little games off of it where I'm using other people's IP to kind of build up a small fan base. And then I'll take all the tools I built to make this and the other games, and I would release them as like a plugin for UE4. That was my long-term goal. So in a way, kind of, yeah, it's not really a level editor. Like, why the fuck would I build a level editor? You can get the Unreal Engine, you just download it. All you would need is a plugin that has like the snapping stuff and the stuff I wrote to build the world, right? I'm good, man. That was the long-term plan. I no longer believe in the long-term plan. That's why I'm telling you the long-term plan. Because this has all been... I mean, I knew. It was always a pipe dream. So... Alright, alright, alright. Wait, is this just like way lower than it was? Show me where you were. Pre-pass is 24, pass is 15. Yeah, just both went way down. Nice. Alright. That's unreal. Shit, I didn't come up with a joke fast enough. God damn it. Hey, Parker Dad. For players to make levels and share. Like a front end for people to share their levels? I mean, I don't know much about it, but I think what you can do is... Like, I would never build that. That would be more work than I could do. What I could do is take everything I wrote here, clean it up, package it, release a plugin, sell that on the Unreal Engine Marketplace, and then allow people to sell mods for the game on Steam. Well, that was back when Steam was going to let you sell mods. Let people release mods in the game on Steam, and then people could share, like, you'd share them through mods, right? If you, rather than, yeah. I mean, maybe I still will. I shouldn't say it won't happen. I'm just saying the idea is less appealing than it was now that I'm super fucking tired. But, you know, maybe someday. We'll see. But that was the initial idea. Okay, so it's the depth pass that's the issue. Oh no, this is absolutely everything. I'm just getting very confused. Okay, so these are way faster. Well, something I did helped shit. Maybe I should just go click more buttons. Let's just toggle more shit. Because Lord knows that's been the most effective thing we've done. Oh, Biker Dad, I'll talk about it someday. It's really cool. We're ramping up. It looks like we're about to sign... Well, we are. Signing something takes 1.5 years, right? Because you gotta get... Not literally 1.5 years, I'm exaggerating. Because you gotta get, like, lawyers involved. Our lawyers gotta talk to their lawyers, and then shit's gotta get signed. And then we still won't be able to talk about it for, like, ever. But, yeah. We're about to sign some stuff at work. And then... It's actually dizzying. Then we have to start hiring pretty quickly. And really hit the ground running. Things are really ramping up at work. A lot. And I can't talk about it. Wah wah. I hear you, Tom Farrell, about that extending the lifetime of the game. I would say, it's true for certain games. I think that's... I guess the counterpoint would be like Gunpoint. Like, how much did having a level editor affect Gunpoint? Or Super Meat Boy? People, there's a lot of people who took a lot of time to put a level editor into their game, and, like, it's not trivial to clean up your stuff to do that. And it's not always a great thing that extends the life of your game. Just isn't, right? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. And I feel like if people want to make a puzzle game, I don't know if this specific rule set is so, and only this specific rule set is so interesting that I would do that. Now, the initial idea was that I could still set up under the hood so that I can make a variety of different games that are similar to this. Like, the data for a character, for instance. So a robot is a machine or whatever is just a cube with 6 sockets, and you can define what's on each socket. So you can say on this socket I want something with this art that goes from being 0 grid tiles to 2 grid tiles when activated. And then you can say also whenever it's activated I want to deactivate the opposing socket, which is what I'm doing for like the drum. Like this is an arm, it extends 2 grid tiles. When it extends it retracts the other side, the other arm by 2 grid tiles. Or you could set up something like the accordion where, okay, when activated, when I activate the back socket, pull in these 2 sockets. And the socket is defined as when it's active, it is 1 unit long versus 0 units long and so forth. And you can just you can create different versions of this, right? Like you can have a robot where whenever you activate it, it extends out an arm that you define that retracts to 1 socket and is 1 unit and is like 4 units long when it's extended. Like you can basically define what arm you want on each socket, what happens to other sockets, like when this on the T-bot, which is the name of the accordion, there's nothing in socket 2, there's piano pedals in socket 1, which is just art. There's accordion sides, which is a defined socket, in socket 3 and 4, and the back is the bellows. When you start the game, the back is activated. Whenever you click the button, the back is the thing that's activated. What happens when you activate the back? Well, you retract the back, you extend the 2 on the side. And you get the same thing, like, so that's the base robot, and then in the actual appendages, this is the data for this. Can you step up on it? Like, what if somebody wants to make an appendage that they can't step up on that's, I don't know, gummy, or whatever the fuck. That's defined here. Can it spin? I just totally disabled this for this game. This is giving the robot the ability to turn. So like if you wanted to make Steven's sausage roll, it would be like a dude, it would be a robot with no arms, just legs with a unit of 0 on extended or unextended, where you can't step up on any other socket, and you have the ability to spin. And then you would just say in the front you have a socket that's 1 unit in length, always whether extended or unextended, for instance. You could just keep making things like that. That was kind of the idea. This is when I started in the long ago. I thought I was going to make them much bigger. The goal was to make a framework where I could make a ton of games like this. And that's why all this shit's in here. Also, it wasn't musicians in the beginning. It was like, you had 1 robot that had wheels, and so like if you rolled onto it, you would move a certain number of units forward, or you had 1 robot where in the sockets those appendages would be like, I don't know, all kinds of shit. You're gonna apply to Gearbox as a cog? Hire me? Don't worry, Biker Dad. I did say we'll be hiring quickly, but I think we it's more that we need a very small team with very specific roles. And we already have the engineering roles figured out. I don't know, what exactly? We would be looking, probably the first hire would be a producer. Specifically like a, you know what, I shouldn't say this shit out loud. It's not gonna be a secret when we're hiring. Like we're not gonna, like we will be actively looking pretty loudly. I'm sure you're qualified, Biker Dad. It's just the roles we're looking for may not be the roles that you are, necessarily. I need to work on my pitch a bit for what? For which thing? Everything? Dude, it's not even 11 AM on a Monday, man. I'm not pitching to you people. This is Twitch. I'm not the one that talks in the pitch meetings anyway. I have a very specific role in the pitch meetings. I just go there when the room gets too quiet, I make people laugh. And then Forrest does all the smart talking. It works really well. He is really good at pitching. Oh, biker. I'm jealous of Forrest's ability to talk to the press, actually. It's really beautiful to behold. So, what am I doing now? Right, I was going to click random boxes. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're looking for more checkboxes. Alright, alright, alright. Under rendering. What happens if I turn off occlusion culling? Why would they let you even turn that off? Doesn't that seem like you would always want that? Quick chat. Should I turn it off? Never mind, you guys are being weird. Reflection. Shader model 5. Opt-in. Everything requires restoring the editor. Now that we've done all this other stuff, in theory, I can get rid of the early Z pass entirely. So here's what I want to do. I want to play the game now with all the settings where they are and the early whatever the fuck happening. I'm going to go into a level because this seems to change shit. Go out of the level. Should get up to about 61, 62 milliseconds. There we are. I'm gonna screenshot this motherfucker. Boop. I guess I could save it, but you know, why? So. Then we're gonna uncheck a box. So we can see what kind of delta we get. Okay, in the Z pass. Just don't do it. No early Z pass. Not even the movables. Whatever the fuck that means. And we're not gonna do anything else, because they'll fuck with the experiment. So I think I have to reboot now, right? Didn't tell me I had to reboot. God damn it, why can I never find this? Here, rendering. Oh fuck, where'd it go? Where did you go? I thought we were cool. Now you're just ghosting on me. That's not cool. Is this something I said? Where are you? This is not a drill. Z? Pre-pass. What the fuck was that thing called again? Project rendering. Oh, yeah. Here, early Z pass. Oh, I don't have to reboot the editor. It should just... Okay, so it's just done now. So yeah, so now let's just compare. Cool. That's a good point, Leonard, actually. I'll try turning that off next. Alright, we're climbing. Holy mother of God. Are you serious? We're 41 milliseconds now? We lost 20 milliseconds? That can't be. The fuck did I just change? Oh my God, that's smooth like butter. Look at that. Jesus. No, I don't feel like I still... You know, I might have some CPU shit going on here. Yeah. That's a good thing that we just... that was a good checkbox to check. Alright, well, we fucking checked the shit out of that box. Holy crap. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Good, I knew that would happen. So, great. Okay. What else? Fuck it. What do we got? It's fucking Christmas. Rendering. Yeah, let's turn this off too. Fuck it. Alright, do I need to reboot? No. Yeah, fuck it, okay. Months with an odd number of letters of 31 days. Where does that even... Propunky, are you just having a conversation with like... Oh, this was not good. This did the opposite of good. No, we're turning occlusion culling back on. Yeah, why would you disable that? Yeah, that's silly. Okay. We're, I knew that would happen too. Clearly. Yeah, that box should be checked. Okay. I don't feel like I want forward shading. Because I don't understand these words. Also have to reboot the editor. Maybe I'll try that later. Do I want separate translucency? So we use translucency only on the God rays. Let's just turn it off and see if, I mean, maybe it's fine. And then later on, when we get weird artifacts, I'll forget that I need to check that box again and I'll lose a day trying to figure it out. And that'll be good. Why not? Yeah, that sounds like me. Okay. Turn it off. Now what? Hey Nordal, what's up, man? Alright, 42. So that did absolutely nothing. I think. Oops, shit. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, if I don't see a jump of 10 milliseconds, I'm like, why bother? Oh, gotten a little bit spoiled over here, haven't I? Alright, probably recheck that box. So yeah, all we have now is the base path. Cool. Okay, so we still got like a solid 10.5 milliseconds on whatever this shit is. But maybe that's fine. I mean, compared to what it was, it feels so small. What's all this other shit? Lights? The fuck's your deal? I have one light. Sorry, I shouldn't be cursing. That was rude. Lights. Direct lighting. There's 2 dynamic camera blueprints. There should not be. There should be yet only one. I'm gonna need you to fuck off, Port Ponky. Alright, and post-processing. Okay. So what we got now on the GPU is mostly this. I wonder if there's a way to get that down. I think that's just the materials being real heavy. And the fact that, like, there's a crap ton of actors here. And maybe that'll get better once, like, I munch the world down so each level's its own static mesh. So, you know, maybe. I don't know for sure. I'll ask somebody later. 0.63 doesn't feel like a lot. Why does it look so big on the bar? Wait, if the entire scene is 12 milliseconds, this math doesn't make sense. Because if the scene is 12 milliseconds, and this is just the UI, then where the shit, like 12.2 plus 0.1 doesn't equal 42. Like, here it's saying the base pass is 33, and here it's saying the base pass is 10. What is Udin, Leonard? Is that something I should Google? Substance Peter. United Dairy Industry of Michigan. I don't know, man. You think there's some lactose intolerance going on up in this game? Gotta get my homogenized milk. You know, we've done enough GPU looking at shit. Let's, like, maybe look at some CPU stuff. That's a thing, right? Maybe for CPU profiling. If you are CPU bound in the render thread, it's likely because of too many draw calls. No shit. Yeah. How do I even look at that? That's the question. Skip the bullshit. Show me how to see it. Stat scene rendering. Okay. Oh, that's really difficult to read. What I like about these numbers is on their example, the inclusive average is like a millisecond for each thing or less. And mine is definitely like starting off at 45 milliseconds. Which is like maybe, holy shit, much bigger as a number. If you're CPU bound in the game thread, I don't even know how to figure out which. Oh, okay, there's a different thing I can try. I don't know what this means, but stat game. Blueprint time. Hey, blueprint time is 0.45 milliseconds. Not even 0.41. But it's not bad. I mean, their example is 0.05 milliseconds, but I feel like, considering the entire project is blueprint, I should have expected at least a little bit more. This is probably fine, right? No, probably not actually. So what is this actually showing me though? Alright, maybe I do have to read a bit. Okay, so if I'm understanding this, which I'm not, this is showing me if I'm render bound. Sorry. CPU bound on the render thread. I am drawing a shit ton of static mesh. That's not surprising. I don't even know if I have a problem on the render thread or not, though. Like, I don't know how to begin here. Let's go higher level. Oh, this is a load of crap. This is tips like tessellation adds a lot of extra cost. It's like, okay, now this is news. How do I... Also, why are you assuming level designers are the ones that are placing lighting? That's inaccurate in my experience. Yeah, this is not designed to help somebody who's got a flat shaded level with no lights and unlit materials. How do I know at like the highest, like... Hey, sorry. Hey, Kurobakla. Yeah, I'm looking at profiling today. It's a fun one. Have a wonderful day, Baghdad. Oh, stat engine. Yeah, let's do that one. That's about where I am with my journey. Stat engine. Game's at about 40 milliseconds. It's mostly frame sync time. I don't know what that means. Got a shit ton of triangles. That doesn't surprise me. Got quite a few scale mesh triangles too. It's probably the curtain in the background. Because it's just the curtain. Oh, you know. Didn't need to make the fucking music stand entirely a skeletal mesh. That could have easily been a static mesh attached to bones. There's no reason for that. That would be easy to optimize if that was an issue. There's not that many triangles in it. Okay. Start game. This looks reasonable. Gameplay takes look good, I think. Probably. Seems right. Nothing's more than like 1.1 milliseconds. Should probably move less shit onto the tech and more shit into other stuff, but sure. That's fine. Okay, so it really is just kind of this. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, God, thank you. This is what I wanted. Alright. The problem is my GPU. Game thread is fine. This is where I should have started. Stat unit. Okay. See, it's... don't be like that. It's not in red, it's in yellow. So Unreal's not that mad at me yet. And it's probably in red before. But if I load those particles, it'll move to being in red again. Okay. Some shell, like... "45 milliseconds. Wasn't down to 42 before. This is distressing. 45, 46. let's pull in those effects and see where we actually are. Because we're lying to ourselves right now. Alright, this effects add 5 milliseconds to the frame. It's probably fine. And they're effects, right? It's fine. It's not fine. Alright. Turns red when I go over 50. How long do I have to go for it to be green? I don't know why people are watching this. I don't understand you. You can't be here to learn. It's 100 pairs. It's 11:22. Okay. Now what? Well, okay, so the problem is the GPU, specifically draw. I know why you're here, Port Ponky. You like giving people shit, and it's very easy. Alright, so... okay. Oh good, yeah, break it down. Not as useful. I know about that. Damn it. Now you're gone. This is a dumb question, but I want to know the difference between draw and GPU, because they're the same thing. What does that mean? Should that mean something? Should they be exactly the same? Hey, too much coffee. Yeah, that's what I do too, Nordal. I can't actually blame you, that makes total sense to me. Well, they're not the same here. Now they're the same. Draw and GPU are like in lockstep almost. Does that mean whatever draw is what's the problem? Or does that mean absolutely nothing at all? Oh, there's a better version of stat unit. Okay, stat unit. Let's get rid of this one. Stat unit graph. Use stat raw to see unfiltered data. Yeah, give me that raw data. Stat raw. I don't know why it would be not raw. Oh shit. Cool. Okay, too raw. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't undo it? Okay. Oh, okay, so all that does is just pull up this graph. Oh, well that's, I mean, that's cool that that exists. Still unclear on how draw and GPU are different. That remains a mystery. You're congratulating me on my progress because I'm optimizing? No. I don't think you understand. Shit's so bad I already have to optimize. Because I've been reckless. It's not a good thing. It's quite the opposite. Alright, what's is there any time things are on the GPU that they could be on the CPU? That's the thing that happens, right? Sometimes we do stuff on the GPU, but we could do it on the CPU, and I think I'd like to do that. I don't know, like, fucking give me your thoughts here, Unreal. Physics. I don't need any physics. I bet we could just turn all that off. What can I disable? Disable active actors. Cool. I don't know what that'll do. We'll find out. This is weird. What is CCD? Continuous collision detection. Yeah, we have no collision. Fuck it. Oh wait, no, we need physics for detecting if you're seeing through an object. I don't think that should affect this. It might affect this. Let's make sure nothing's fucked. Oh, shit's not fucked. Okay, we're good. Continuous like a bullet. Too soon, Nardal. Too soon, man. Bounce thresholds. God, my contacts are killing me today. Enable enhanced determinism. That sounds real deep. Man, I didn't know we were gonna get all philosophical. Yeah, should be more optimization. In fact, show me just optimization for everything. Garbage collection will use multiple threads. Sure. I'm afraid to even touch this shit. Blueprint clustering enabled. Oh god. Whatever, my issue isn't anything that would be affected by that. don't know. Whether to render unbuilt preview shadows in game. When enabled and lighting is not built, expensive preview shadows will be rendered in game. No. Deferred shading. Enables not exporting to the G buffer render targets that are not relevant. Okay, we need to learn what a G buffer is. G buffer format. God, I like Answer Hub is usually I hate it because the questions are real dumb, but now they're on my level. Deferred shading. Should I be using this deferred shading shit? Everything is talking about it. Deferred shading. Yeah, no, let's skin shit on the CPU, shall we? Is that a thing we can do? Let's just not even... Oh, I'm already using deferred shading, I think. Is that like the default? Forward shading. Oh, okay, I confused things. You're right. Thank you. You are rapidly becoming one of my better friends, ProPuke. Okay, so now I know I'm probably using deferred shading, which means this other website is relevant. Oh God. This is talking about the 360, so whatever this is probably old. Let's just do the smallest number. Where were we before? Best performance. Oh, no, never used GPU. We're clearly bound by that. God level, the animation compression is not a problem in this game. Hey Elf, what's up? Oh my god, it's so much better than it was. I know it's not good enough yet, but shit. Okay. The puzzle changes? Oh no, it's just hiding other puzzles. So like, here. I was exactly worried people would think that too. Like, the space that you're playing on is exactly the same. Those are so far away they don't actually impact you. So I hide anything that's in the way of the camera, so you can see what you're doing. I do need something here, you're right, so that you can see this. Like, this is just poorly arted. I need to have a block that stays here even when that level goes away. Basically, this level needs to have blocks here. Like here, let me show you. What I'm gonna do everywhere when I do like the final pass on shit is... So like, this is the name of this level. I'm just gonna tell these blocks they're tagged with that level as well. And then the stuff I have that's shrinking the levels down will not get rid of those blocks. And I just gotta do a pass like that everywhere. Though that looks particularly shitty, to be honest. In fact, I hate that. I'm not gonna do it like that. What I'm actually gonna do is most likely this. I have a piece of geo that's actually kind of hidden inside that one. It is part of this level. Do you think octopuses get too much attention? Are you asking me if cephalopods are underrepresented? It's not about getting too much attention, man. We can't make jokes. Shut up. I'm gonna get me in trouble. Alright, what are we doing here? That wasn't your fault. Why, what am I doing in life? I'm optimizing today, right? Yeah? Okay. That is so much smoother than it was. I know I shouldn't be blown away by having a 50 millisecond game, but I had an 80 millisecond game this morning. So, like, comparatively, feeling pretty good about that. Window. I'm just hoping, like, there's another real quick win. There probably isn't. We should probably start profiling for real. Alright, from this screen, because this screen's actually the problem. Now we know all the stats. Stat. I don't know them by heart though. Scene rendering. I hate this one. This one makes no sense to me. Let's go with the one I had at the very beginning. Stat. Hey, show me stat anim. I don't know, just curious. Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, fucking nothing. That's fine. Good, yeah. Cool. I mean, there's no skirmishes. Why would it be? Whatever. I forgot, but that's fine. Control-Shift-Call. Alright. Compute light grid. That's new. That wasn't there before, was it? The fuck did you come from, buddy? What? Hey, little Sarah, what's up? Grid. 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 Compute light grid. Forward shading. Hey, remember that thing we changed that I don't think changed anything at all? Let's change it back because now I'm scared. So, project settings. G buffer. Default. The only light I have is directional. I could probably get rid of all lights. Just have the one. Let's give some attention to the Nautilus for Propuke. He is my friend. It is a weird creature. I know very little about it. I don't know much about ocean wildlife at all, to be honest. But this looks cool. I dig it, dude. That doesn't look cool. That looks real fucked up. I take it back. I hate this thing. It's weird. The end. It's now got its representation, Propuke. You have won the day. Victory for Propuke. Major loss for productivity. Not that I know what I'm doing here, so it doesn't matter. What the... What with the... fucking... Just keep poking things. Something will give. We're still friends, Propuke. I hope. Yeah, what's the deal with this compute light grid thing? Don't want that. Still a little confused as to why the GPU visualizer tabs up to 15 milliseconds. Because that means the rest of these milliseconds that come from somewhere else. It's not in this. Absolutely, Lil Sarah Lee. That is actually why I'm here. As much as it's fun to, you know, talk about other stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I will do my best. Let's hide this. There are things in which, like, there's parts of... See, now draw and GPU are different. What does it mean? What does it all mean, guys? Does anybody know? I don't know. Anyway, believe it or not, in the field of game development, in certain very small spheres, I am actually an expert. You wouldn't think it if you watched the stream. That's fine. But yeah, I can answer some questions depending on what you ask. Where does the sea truly end, man? The beach. So... I just hope if I stare at this long enough it'll make sense to me, I guess. That's not how things work though, so... Maybe let's open up that thing I don't like, because I can't read it good. Stat run... Wait, what was that? Render target pool? No, I don't care about that. Scene rendering. Scene update. Scene update looks fine. Scene rendering. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to be able to understand this. So inclusive is... I see. So, exclusive average is the thing I care about. I guess. Static draw list drawing appears to be my big ish. Hey Major Debauchery, what's up, dude? Alright, Reddit. Well, no shit. Looks like when I combine the meshes someday for each level, that'll save me quite a bit. I'm sure that'll save me in a lot of ways. I'm creating material and I'm taking N color input and subtracting it from a texture, and I'm using the output as a mask. Oh shit, sorry, my brain is on. There's a bug on my mic and that's freaking me out. Let me try again. I'm creating material and I'm taking N color input and subtracting it from a texture, and I'm using the output as a mask. Okay. What I would like to do is either select all colors between two color values in a color range, or do some sort of feathering select. Okay, so you have a material. Are you talking like it's a black and white texture here? Or are you talking like you want to, because if you're outputting something as a mask, you're only looking at like a scalar, right? Like you're not looking at a vector, you're looking at like a black and white mask, right? Okay, so yeah, so you have a texture mask, and let me just do it because it's easier for me to understand if I just do it. And I don't feel like doing this shit anyway. Oh god, I hate that it's just up now. But alright. Materials. Just make a material. Alright, so you got like, I don't know, give me a texture. Probably a texture with some, give me like a blotch. Here, like this is some alpha to it, right? So, whoops. God damn it. Close the material. Alright, so I got this material. I'll just take one. It doesn't matter if you do, because it's black and white, I can pull off of anything, so I'm just going to pull off of R. I'm going to add probably something else, probably an input, like a scalar. It's probably going to be something, you want to probably change this over time, right? So it's going to be like a scalar parameter. I want to put this on a plane, maybe. Where are we? Show me the plane. Ugh. There you are. Let's take this. Let's make this masked. Let's make the base color will just be black. Let's pump this into the opacity mask. So, say I want to, what are you trying to do? Well, I mean, you're trying to select all colors between two. Okay, so you're trying to. I'm not entirely sure what your goal is. Most likely, I suspect you want to fuck around with a clamp. Like, you want to put this in. You want to add or subtract something to it. Like, say you're adding over time. Say the slider goes from 0 to 1. You're adding something from 0, which is black, to 1, which is significantly more, to this. You're clamping it between 0 and 1, and you're outputting that to a mask. If you want to clamp within a range, you can always have some parameter that goes into the min or the max, which is like, maybe this is like your min. Like, you never, say you want this material to never to always at least be semi-transparent. So you'd set this to 0.5, and that would make it always semi-transparent. The other thing to keep in mind if you're doing a matte transparency would be like if you want something between a gradient between two colors. If you want a mask that's just like a hard clipping plane. I don't know if you're working with opacity or not. I don't really know what you're doing. But I will say that if you're messing with a mask, the opacity mask clip value is going to be very important to you. This is because it's going to take this, whatever you give it, and it's going to say this is visible and this is not. It's going to take whatever you give it and make it like a hard edge, 0 or 1, based on if it's over or under this threshold. I try to explain it another way. I have a color texture, and I currently subtract a specific color from it. I then get a black and white output. Okay. Wait, are you saying that's the problem? That you have a color texture, and you subtract another color, and you get a black and white output? I want to help, I just don't know what's going on right now. To subtract several colors. Yeah, you would need to add several subtract nodes, that would be true. Are you looking for LARP? Maybe? Are you saying you want to be able to move between two different colors based on an input variable? I have to specify a color range, so every color in that range will be subtracted. I don't know what you mean by color range. I have a color texture and I currently subtract a specific color from it. I then get a black and white output. Okay, so maybe you have like a color texture and you're subtracting something from each of the channels? Is that what you're trying to say? Which would result in 3 different black and white images. That might be what you're trying to say. So like, maybe what you're doing, I'm just fucking guessing, is something like this. And then recreating this would break it out into different black and white images, and then you'd create it back into one RGB texture and then output that. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I need more data on little Sarah Lee. Your handle is adorable though, so I'm heavily inspired to help you. Heavily inspired to do anything that isn't just staring at this and hoping it makes sense. Though maybe you shouldn't listen to me because it'll result in, you know, a 50 millisecond game. I should take this more seriously. I would totally draw each frame by hand plannered, but that's already been done. Cuphead exists. What are we gonna do? Right. What we're gonna do. Okay, so most of my issue is in static draw list drawing. Basically nothing else matters. Basically it's just that. Don't really know what that means. I'm pretty sure I already started Googling it. Literally a second ago. Right. My eyes already glazed over. Alright. What's a better way to figure this out? Is it... I know if I remove the particle effects, I drop 5 milliseconds. Do I care about that? If the goal is to one day be 16 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds for effects does seem a bit excessive. This means is we should probably just change our goal. Or maybe we should, I don't know, figure out why the fuck that's so expensive. One of the above. How do... Oh, on the main screen? Nowhere near as bad. Like I'm green for the most part. Not when things are moving. I can kinda try it. Like, I can't even get the view to be bad. Only when things are moving, then shit gets weird. Which would make me think it's Blueprint. Yeah, which makes sense. It's the game thread. When you're moving. That makes total fucking sense. I can optimize that. Doing all kinds of shit on the tick with the camera here. Oh, and that's also a time when the draw and the GPU separate. Actually, you know, this is honestly the bigger problem. It's the weird stuttering I'm getting here. And that's in the game thread. Bring up an excellent damn point. I mean, the shader complexity view. What is the shader complexity view? Is that a thing? god, it is. Alt 8. Oh my god, you're my hero. I knew this fucking Twitch streaming thing was gonna pan out someday. Stat unit. Alt 8. That did nothing. Yeah, I knew about these. This is wireframe unlit. Lit. Appears to be some other shit. What the hell is this? I don't know what mode this is. This is some new shit. Yo, dude, what is it? Shader complexity is used to visualize the number of shader instructions being used to calculate each pixel of your scene. It's generally a good indication of how performance friendly your scene will be. Yeah. Especially good for optimizing particle effects. Yeah. Alright, cool. Thank you for this moment. Thank you, Too Much Coffee. You're a hero. So, fog, but more importantly, what the fuck is the deal with these, the stars and the, like, I expected the fog. I didn't expect the fucking god rays to be all weird. Why are those expensive? That's surprising. I'm doing like nothing there. Like this? It's a Fresnel. It's translucent. Who gives a shit? Maybe Unreal gives a shit. There's no way this is the problem. It's gotta be something else. But it wasn't, because it... Overdraw? Yo, I don't usually make environments. So, overdraw is when you got a lot of transparent stuff on top of each other, right? F8, was it? No. Was that F5? Okay. So I can't have a lot of transparent stuff on top of each other. Is that the deal? It's not like in the cracks and shit either. It's fine with the stars. Bad. God, this is the most artist-friendly bullshit I've ever seen. Oh wait, Layla Sarely. Also just like saying your name, dear. What, Oh, cool. See, now this is just fun. Okay. So what, God, what am I doing here? That's a lot of red. Like, I could make that one thing. Don't need to be like a bunch of things. Ain't no reason for that. There just isn't. This is fucking fuck it. Okay. Let's okay, what do maybe that'll help. Let's test a theory then. Let's say, like, if I take all this stuff, these just God rays. So yeah, just hiding those saves us about a millisecond. And if I hide... Or wait, here's a better way to do it. No, I'm not sure if it makes that much of a difference. It might save us 3 milliseconds. Which I guess I shouldn't stick my nose up at, actually. I mean, I know this'll, if I get rid of the fog entirely, that'll save me 5 milliseconds. The particle system is probably a GPU particle with a lot of overdraw. No, please, God, backseat. Too much coffee. I'm cool with it, man. I'll take your ideas. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so even if I get rid of all the bad overdraw bullshit, what that'll do is, and now we're not drawing any particles at all. The scene looks objectively worse by a lot. And we've saved 5 milliseconds. Which, don't get me wrong, is good. Maybe 6 milliseconds. Which is not bad. Like, yeah, okay. No, that's like a lot of, that's a percentage of milliseconds that is not 0. And we should probably do these changes. Like, it wouldn't take much to take all that, like that spark at least, behind the stage, for instance, and make that one plane. And each of the light spark that's coming off of each of the big lights in the back, there's no reason that can't be one plane. Oh, there are some reasons. I would like to pull that back in. Like when the camera swings around. Could be a camera facing sprite. I liked it better when optimizing involved checking boxes. That was way less work. I am upset that even if I get rid of that, though, we still have a frame rate problem, right? Though that could just go away as soon as I... So I have a plan, maybe, for the GPU, right? Like... Let me write them down. Face overdraw in... magical F5, which I did not know existed. So that's for the GPU. That still won't get me down to where I need to be. But the problem where you feel it when you're playing is when you turn. Ooh, but now I'm not. Oh god, I'm suddenly not feeling it at all. Oh, a little bit. Wasn't this thing the game thread before? No, it's not. I'm not getting those hitches. I did like the way that it felt playing right there. I need to get this back down to under like 30 milliseconds on the reg. What level were you in before? This just sets this God raise to hide when you're on the stages in this mode. Okay. Oh shit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kick off a build with these changes, play through a build game and see what my frame rate is. I'll probably push that to Steam. So I have a build on Steam that looks nicer and is a nicer frame rate, because this is a huge upgrade from where it was. And then, so I'm gonna kick off a build while I go to figure out, I probably have to walk over and get some food for lunch. And then I might come back later. It is Memorial Day. So, I mean, I don't really have plans, but I have maybe plans, depending on if the weather holds. I have tentative an idea of a plan. Some people are talking about maybe getting together tonight, so I probably won't be back tonight. Basically, I'm saying goodbye. We got a question for game dev peeps in the chat here. Ask it, major debauchery. Do it, man. Now's the time. Also, little Sarah Lee, if you got that image, let's check it out. Hitch. Are strings okay to use in game dev? Yes? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, though. If you give us a use case, we'll be able to tell you. Because, like, of course strings are okay to use in game dev, right? You're talking about pointers? Yeah, okay. The extent that I understand what you're talking about is that I know the word pointer. I know roughly what a pointer is, and I know you just used one. So hopefully somebody else in the chat can help you. You know, that does make a noticeable difference, you're right. On this screen, it's definitely overdraw. Like, it's noticeable. I need to get rid of this and make it a card that's camera facing. Or, the quickest way to fix this, at least a little bit, would be actor. YF4. We could just have 2. and use a two-sided material. It's already two-sided. Whoops. Do I have to be good at C++ to use Unreal 4? Well, I'm not, so I've never written anything in C++, so you can definitely use it. Totally depends what you want to do, though. I stopped reading when you guys started helping him out. Yes, please, little Sarah Lee, post your image. Let's talk about it. Yeah, so basically everybody in this chat does not use C++. But, like, has anybody in this chat shipped a game using only Blueprint yet? So we'll say I haven't. I'm going to, but, you know. Okay. Okay, little Sarah Lee. Hey Sniper, what's up, dude? Whoa, what are you doing here? Okay. Subtracted color. So, correct me if I'm wrong, because this maybe won't work. No, that won't work. I'm correct, once you subtract both of those, the only thing you'll have left is the blue channel, right? Because what I would be curious to try would be like, wouldn't you take this texture sample, rather than subtracting from the whole thing, break it out into R, G, and B, and then, like, I'm not entirely sure what you're doing here, but subtract what you want from the red channel, and then subtract what you want from the green channel, and then subtract what you want from the blue channel. Another way to do it, I guess, based on what you have here, would be to simply add these two colors together, clamp them, and then subtract. Wait, would that be correct? No, that would not be correct. Yeah, no, that would be correct, right? I need this. Yeah, I think Edwin Walda is right. That's my understanding as well. Yeah. So Edwin Walda is correct, I believe. I believe, and I don't know if this is the effect you want to achieve, but based on what you're saying here, I think what you're trying to say is that you want to either add these colors together and then clamp them so that they don't go over like some theoretical color that's huge, and then subtract that from this, which will make everything black except for basically all that you'll be left with is a blue channel that'll go from like very blue to like a kind of fading to black, basically. Hey Edwin, what's up, dude? I'm more curious the effect you're trying to achieve with this. Maybe you're just playing this, I'm not sure. Like, are you trying to get that kind of outline that you get? Yeah, but Plenard, if she does that, she has to specify where in the range she wants to be, or she wants everything within that range. She doesn't want to choose a color between these two and subtract it. She wants both of them and everything in between subtracted, which is why I'm not sure LERP is what she's looking for. I don't think I would use an if node. If your goal, I would figure out how much you want to subtract from the red channel, the green channel, and the blue channel. I would break them out and I would subtract from each one. I think if you're trying to achieve this, but I don't entirely know what you're trying to achieve. It does sound like something where you just kind of need to play, though. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you want to do exactly, but I would, rather than pull off from the top, I'd pull off from the red, and then subtract, depending on if you have this broken out into exactly how much red or not, or you could add this red into this red and clamp it, subtract just the red, and then do the same thing for the green, subtract just the green. Do the same thing for the blue, subtract just the blue. And then use the append that you saw earlier in the stream, where I like append the R, the G, and the B back into one color, and pipe that into your base color. Does that make any sense at all? Was this at all helpful? Alright, cool. Sweet. Alright. Are there any other weird questions? That was a fun one. Good luck, sir. All problems are solved. We're good to go. I am going to take off. Oh, you have a weird question? Go for it, Pro Puke, man. You've earned it. They're not relevant. They never are. Alright, who do you guys want to raid? What do we got here? We can raid Steve Gaynor again. We can raid Jonathan Blow. You can hear a cellist. You can hear Jessica Mack. Raymarch isn't here to decide. Pro Puke, you choose. Who are we raiding? Oh shit. When is Can going for alpha release? Sniper, nobody wants your sass, man. There will be no alpha release, there will just be the release. It's a fucking puzzle game. You wanna raid Jess? Alright. The people have spoken. Say hi to Jessica Mack for me. Bye.